Does the trail bug bite you, but the prices of new motorcycles take away your desire? Summer is already here. The off-road routes are calling you, and you don't need 15,000 euros, which is about $16,300, to start getting your boots dirty. Today, at Just Bikes, we're going to analyze the 5 best used trail motorcycles that you can buy. Reliable motorcycles, easy to maintain, and most importantly, perfect for any beginner to start in the world of adventure this very summer for much less than you imagine. I'm not just going to tell you which they are. I'm going to tell you what their flaws are, what you have to check before handing over your money, and why these 5 machines are the smartest purchase so you don't regret it 2 months later. If you want to debut adventure this summer without your bank account suffering, stay because we're starting.
We open our list with a legend that needs no introduction, the BMW F650 GS. If you were looking for a motorcycle that allows you to debut and trail without your bank account suffering the consequences of a fall or prohibitive maintenance, this is your machine. It's not just a logical motorcycle, it's an engineering design meant to last for decades, centering the weight in the right place so that any beginner feels like an expert from the first kilometer. The heart of this German is its Rotax single cylinder of 652 cubic centimeters, which is just under 40 cubic inches, and it delivers 50 horsepower along with 60 newton meters of torque, which works out to about 44 pound-feet. Unlike more electric modern engines, this engine has an authentic pulse and a very linear power delivery that will get you out of any tight spot in the field. Its Bosch injection system was revolutionary in its day, allowing fuel consumption that barely reaches 3.8 liters per 100 kilometers, which translates to roughly 62 miles per gallon, making it ideal for those summer routes where you don't want to be worried about the next gas station. But be careful, because not everything is glory. Before handing over the money for a used F650 GS, there are 3 critical points you must inspect with a magnifying glass. The water pump. It's its Achilles heel. Check the small hole under the engine. If you see traces of oil or antifreeze, the seals are failing, and it's a non-negotiable repair. The voltage regulator. Located under the seat, it tends to overheat in warm climates. If the motorcycle doesn't start well or blows bulbs, the regulator is dying. Steering bearings. Being motorcycles that invite you to ride off-road, the bearing usually suffers. Turn the handlebars from side to side. If you feel a step in the center, get ready to replace them. As for resale, the F650 GS is a bearer check. It's a motorcycle that has already suffered its greatest depreciation and maintains its value incredibly well. In Spain, units in good condition range between 2,500 and 3,500 euros, depending on whether it's the double spark plug version. In the United States, very well-maintained examples can be found between $3,000 and $4,200. In Mexico, it's a highly sought-after motorcycle for its toughness, ranging between 65,000 and 85,000 Mexican pesos. When analyzing the opinions of the Just Bikes community, users praise its very low center of gravity thanks to the fuel tank under the seat, which makes it unbeatable for maneuvering at a standstill. On the other hand, they criticize that the vibrations from the single cylinder on the highway can become tiring after several hours on the road. I have chosen the BMW F650 GS as our first recommendation because it's the safest purchase on the second-hand market. It's a motorcycle that doesn't ask you to be an expert mechanic, only that you take it out for a ride and enjoy the adventure with the peace of mind that no matter what happens, it will bring you back home. If the BMW was balance, the Yamaha XT660R is pure endurance. This is the motorcycle for the beginner who doesn't want to watch the road from the sidelines, but wants to dive head first into the dust. It's a machine with a purely trail genetics, tall, robust, and with that aggressive Yamaha design that never seems to age. The soul of this Japanese is its water-cooled single-cylinder engine of 660 cubic centimeters, which is about 40 cubic inches, and it delivers 48 horsepower along with 58 newton meters of torque, approximately 43 pound-feet. It's the famous Minarelli engine, known worldwide for being practically indestructible. Unlike other motorcycles in its segment, the XT660R has a rougher character. It delivers the torque immediately, which makes it a delight for lifting the front wheel in front of an obstacle or for shooting out of a slow curve on a dirt track. However, before you jump at one, you have to do a rigorous technical check because its simplicity sometimes hides a lack of maintenance by previous owners. The TPS sensor. In units manufactured between 2004 and 2006, this sensor failed and caused the motorcycle to stall suddenly at low revs. Make sure that the unit you buy has had the replacement campaign carried out or that it maintains a stable idle. The exhaust pipes below. It's its most critical point in off-road. Since the headers run below the engine, any large rock can dent them. Always check that they don't have deep dents or gas leaks. Play in the swing arm and sprocket. It's common for the rear wheel silent blocks to wear out prematurely. Move the sprocket with your hand. If it has a lot of play, you will need to replace them to avoid abrupt jerks in the transmission. The resale market for the XT660R is extremely dynamic because it's the favorite motorcycle for many to do large transcontinental journeys. In Spain, it's a highly valued motorcycle for the A2 license. Prices move between 3,000 and 4,500 euros for units of recent years. In the United States, known there mainly in its supermotard version, the R version is scarcer, but is valued between $3,500 and $4,800. In Mexico, it's one of the favorites due to the ease of finding spare parts, ranging from 80,000 to 110,000 Mexican pesos, depending on the condition and accessories. When consulting with the Just Bikes community, owners highlight its laughable maintenance and its ability to withstand the harshest treatment without complaining. On the negative side, users criticize that the seat is narrow and hard for long road trips, and that the turning radius is somewhat limited for its height. I've included the Yamaha XT660R in this ranking because it represents the essence of the classic trail, a motorcycle you can repair with 4 basic tools and that this summer will take you as far as your eyes can see, without fear of breaking anything.
If there is one word that defines the Honda TRANSALP 700, that word is confidence. It's the ideal motorcycle for the beginner who this summer wants to take a long trip, mixing secondary roads with simple dirt tracks without having to worry about whether the motorcycle will start the next morning. It's not the lightest nor the most powerful, but it is, possibly, the most balanced motorcycle on this list. Its engine is the eternal 52-degree V-twin of 680 cubic centimeters, which is about 41.5 cubic inches, and it delivers a noble 60 horsepower along with 60 newton-meters of torque, which comes out to roughly 44 pound-feet. Being a V engine, the power delivery is smooth and velvety, almost completely eliminating the annoying vibrations of single cylinders on the highway. Furthermore, this version already incorporated electronic injection, which makes it much more efficient and reliable at altitude than its carbureted predecessors. But, as we always do, let's see where this legend falters before you go to see one. The charging system, alternator and regulator. It's the historical weak point of many Hondas from this era. Before buying it, measure the battery voltage with the motorcycle started. If it doesn't rise from 13.5 volts to 14 volts when accelerating, the alternator is starting to fail. Rust on the spokes of the wheels. Unlike the BMW, the TRANSALP 700 suffered from a somewhat poor finish on the spokes if used in coastal areas or with a lot of salt. Check that they are not pitted, as replacing them is a laborious and costly task. The ABS sensor. This motorcycle was one of the first to offer combined ABS. Check that the ABS light goes off when you start moving. If it stays fixed, the sensor or the modulator could be damaged. In the resale market, the TRANSALP is like gold. It doesn't lose value because there's always someone looking for it to travel around the world. In Spain, it's a very beloved motorcycle. Prices remain firm between 3,500 and 4,800 euros, especially units that include the original set of panniers. In the United States, under the name TRANSALP, the 700s that were imported or well-maintained range around $4,000 and $5,500. In Mexico, it's a coveted piece for long trips, priced between 95,000 and 125,000 Mexican pesos. The Just Bikes community highlights its aerodynamic protection and its seat, which is by far the most comfortable in this comparison for traveling two up.
On the other hand, more experienced users criticize that its 19-inch front wheel, instead of the 21-inch of previous versions, limits it somewhat on very rough terrain. I have brought the TRANSALP to this ranking because it's the rational purchase par excellence. It's the motorcycle that allows you to enjoy the landscape this summer without mechanical stress ruining your vacation. If there's a motorcycle that has defined the concept of do-it-all motorcycle in the last 2 decades, it's the Suzuki V-STROM 650. It's the undisputed queen of secondary roads and the favorite of those seeking mechanical reliability that borders on the absurd. It's not the lightest for pure off-road, but its balance between riding comfort, aerodynamic protection, and an engine that is a gem of engineering make it the logical choice for this summer. The soul of the Suzuki is its 90-degree V-twin engine of 645 cubic centimeters, which is about 39 cubic inches, and it delivers a flexible 67 horsepower along with 60 newton-meters of torque, approximately 44 pound-feet. This engine is pure silk. It revs up with a surprising eagerness and maintains a cruising speed of 120 to 130 kilometers per hour, which is about 75 to 80 miles per hour, with total ease, something your shoulders and back will appreciate on long hauls. Furthermore, its sound and character are much more exciting than those of a conventional parallel twin. But watch out, because at Just Bikes, we like the fine print. If you're going to inspect a used V-STROM, pay close attention to these critical points. The stator magnet. In first-generation models, the magnets in the flywheel could come loose or shift due to heat, which ends up destroying the charging system. Always ask if it's been checked or replaced. Corrosion in the oil cooler. Being located in a very exposed area just behind the front wheel, if it doesn't have a radiator guard, stones and mud can damage it or cause oil leaks. The gear position sensor. It's a common failure that the display stops showing the engaged gear or that the motorcycle gives small jerks at low revs. It's an inexpensive part, but it's a symptom that the motorcycle needs a checkup. As for resale, the V-STROM 650 is one of the motorcycles with the most liquidity on the market. They sell quickly and maintain their price spectacularly. In Spain, units from the first and second generation, highly sought after because they can be restricted for the A2 license, move between 3,000 and 4,500 euros. In the United States, it's an icon of economic touring, with prices ranging between $3,500 and $5,000. In Mexico, it's a highly valued motorcycle for its durability, found between 85,000 and 115,000 Mexican pesos. When analyzing the opinions of the Just Bikes community, users highlight its habitability. It's a large motorcycle where the passenger travels like a king. On the other hand, they criticize that the standard suspension is somewhat soft when you increase the pace in corners, and that its 19-inch front wheel, added to a somewhat tight ground clearance, limits its capabilities when off-road gets serious. I've included the Suzuki V-STROM 650 in this ranking because it's the motorcycle that never fails you. It's the perfect tool so that your only problem this summer is deciding which mountain pass you are going to climb today. Finally, we close our ranking with the Kawasaki KLE 500. If your budget this summer is tight but you don't want to give up a motorcycle that can handle everything, this is your best option. The KLE is one of those motorcycles that were designed before marketing invented the term crossover. It's an authentic trail, narrow and very light, that feels as comfortable climbing a curb in the city as crossing a mountain trail. The heart of this Kawasaki is a 498 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine, which is about 30 cubic inches, inherited from the GPZ 500 sports bike, and it delivers 45 horsepower along with 41 newton meters of torque, roughly 30 pound-feet. What makes this engine special? Its character. Unlike other trails at the time, the KLE loves to rev. It has a very fun final punch that will make you smile every time you stretch the gears. Furthermore, being right at the limit of 35 kilowatts, which is about 47 horsepower in its most modern versions, it's the queen of the A2 license without the need for restriction kits. But as we always do, let's see what you need to check before jumping on a bargain. The magnets of the magnetic plate. This is the great endemic evil of Kawasaki's 500 engines of that era. The original magnets tend to detach over time and can cause a catastrophic engine failure. Make sure to ask if the plate has been replaced with an armored one or a one-piece one. The front suspension is very soft as standard. Check that the fork seals aren't leaking oil. If when braking the motorcycle dives excessively, it probably needs a fork oil change to a denser one. Corrosion on the chassis. Being motorcycles with some years and a low selling price, many owners neglected their cleaning. Check the weld points on the chassis and the swing arm area for rust, especially if the motorcycle comes from humid areas. As for resale, the KLE 500 is the most economical gateway to the trail world and maintains a very loyal audience. In Spain, it's the cheapest option on the list. You can find functional units from 1,500 euros and impeccable examples from the latest series for about 2,500 euros. In the United States, although it's less common than the KLR 650, the units that appear sell quickly between $2,000 and $3,000. In Mexico, valued for its mechanical simplicity, it moves in a range between 45,000 and 65,000 Mexican pesos. When analyzing the opinions of the Just Bikes community, users highlight its agility and narrowness, which makes it perfect for riders who are not very tall. On the other hand, the original seat is famous for being quite hard and narrow, which can take its toll on trips of more than 200 kilometers. That's about 125 miles. I have chosen the Kawasaki KLE 500 to close this video because it demonstrates that to live the adventure this summer, you don't need to take out a loan. It's an honest, fun motorcycle capable of taking you to the end of the world if you have the patience to follow its pace. There you have them, 5 legendary motorcycles that prove that adventure doesn't have to be expensive. Whether it's the reliability of the V-STROM, the toughness of the XT660R, or the economy of the KLE, any of these machines is a direct passport to freedom this summer. Remember, in trail, the important thing is not to debut a motorcycle, but to debut stories. If you check the technical points we've seen carefully, your only worry will be choosing the next destination on the map. But now it's your turn to participate. If you had to choose one to go out on a route tomorrow morning, which one would you go with? Or you think there's another gem missing from this list? Leave it for me in the comments. You know I love reading them. And don't forget to support us with a like, subscribing, and activating the bell to make this motorcycle family bigger and bigger. Good routes to everyone.